Hello. I am James, and I live in Manchester in the UK. And you're listening to English with a Brew, a podcast where I talk about different day-to-day topics to help you learn English the most natural way possible. And that is only by listening to it. And if you want to support this podcast, read transcripts, and get exclusive access to more episodes, go to patreon.com/English with a Brew. As we say in Manchester, get a brew on, and let's get started. In this episode, we are going to talk about the different stages of life. From the day that we are born to growing old or getting older. Each and every stage, or you could say chapter, is different and has its own special times and special moments. First, we are born. This is the day when we enter the world. We are babies. Babies are small and they need a lot of care. As babies, we can't do much by ourselves. They need someone to feed them, change their nappies, and keep them warm. Babies spend a lot of time sleeping and crying. They can be quite noisy. They also start to learn about the world around them by looking, listening, and touching things. After being a baby, we become children or kids. Kids is a word that is more casual, less formal. This stage is called childhood. In childhood, children learn to walk, to talk and play. They go to school and make their first friends in life. Children have lots of energy and like to run and explore and play. They also ask a lot of questions because they are curious about everything and the world around them. As children, we start to understand the world more and start to develop our own personality. Next, we become teenagers, or a shorter, more informal way to say it is teens. A teenager is anyone between the ages of 13 and 19. Teenagers are not kids anymore, but they are also not adults yet. So it can be quite a confusing time. Our bodies and our brains are changing a lot. We want to be more independent from our parents, and we start to think about our futures more. When we are teenagers, we leave school. We graduate from school, and some people go to university and others don't, and maybe go to work immediately, or maybe they do an apprenticeship where they learn new skills while they work. After being a teenager, we become adults, and adulthood is a big part, probably the longest part of life. Adults have many more responsibilities. They might get a job. They might get married to a partner. They may even have children and start a family of their own, or not. They might travel and see the world, or just be happier living on their own, or maybe with pets. As adults, we make important decisions about our lives and our futures. Because of this, This stage of life can sometimes be stressful, but it can also be very rewarding. Adults learn a lot about themselves and what they want in life. Finally, we get to old age. This is when people become senior, or we could say elderly. They often retire from their jobs, stop working, and have more free time. Some older people enjoy their hobbies, travel, or spend time with family and with friends. Others might slow down and relax a little more. Old age can also have health difficulties or problems or complications, we could say. We might need help from other people to do certain things, but it is also a time for reflection, to enjoy the memories we have of life. Every stage of life is unique and important. We grow and we change a lot from being born to becoming old. Every stage has good things and some things less good. Understanding these stages helps us to appreciate our lives and the lives of the people important to us. Life, I think, is a big adventure, and every part of it teaches us something new. I think there is no correct way, no right way to live life. The only goal should be to be happy, to care for our planet and the other people on it. What do you think? And that's everything for today's episode of English with a Brew. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you did or if you didn't, and tell me which topics you'd like to hear me talk about in future episodes. And don't forget, you can read the transcript for this episode and get access to more exclusive content over on my Patreon page. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day, morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is where you are right now. Take care.